It's just before 5:30 a.m. My wife is not happy, but we're going to pick up our second car that we bought, and we're going to show you the very first car that we bought for the new dealership. You're going to be shocked at what we bought. All right, you ready to go?
Do you want a true answer?
So, Mrs. Chevy Dude is not a morning person, and we went to bed at midnight last night, so she's only on 5 hours sleep. She's not happy, but this is what owning a business is all about.
A few moments later.
All right, and here we are. There is a sea of cars here. Holy snikes, look at this. There are cars everywhere. How are you? I'm picking up a car.
Wholesale pickup is not open until 8 o'clock.
Okay. Do I just come back here, or what do I do? All right, so you heard him that I was a little too early. It's right at 7:30 in the morning when I got up here. And, you know, like right now, like the business isn't profitable, right? So it's so important that every little bit of money that we can save can do so. We literally drove the Tesla down here, so I didn't have to spend much in gas. So I'd assume that I'm probably gonna have to put gas in the car that we pick up. Auctions never have gas in cars, right? So if you don't know, when you buy a car, let's say we buy a car for $10,000, the auction, when you buy a car, you have a buyer's fee. So you have to pay the auction in order to buy that car. So imagine you go to eBay, right? eBay is an auction website. Certainly you can do a buy it now, just like you can do at a car auction as well. You buy that product on eBay, and we're not talking about shipping, but just the right to buy that product, you have to pay an additional fee on top of that. Is that fair? Most likely not. You're going to agree with me, but that's the way the auctions run, and that's how the auctions make money. Now, auctions make money on both sides. There's a buyer fee and a seller fee. Every auction's a little bit different. So this particular car that we have is actually got a really cheap buyer's fee of only $200. That's very cheap. So say we bought this car for $10,000. Now we own this car for $200 additional dollars, so $10,200. Now let's say that I got to pay somebody to transport that down to Louisville, Kentucky. That's probably close to another $300 to $400. So now we're talking, we're at $500 minimum extra cost on top of that car. And in this current car market, everything is so tight that it's just a risk, right? So then when we get this car, we got to find out if there's any issues with it. So now I have to service the car, right? I have to do a detail on the car to make it ready. And if there's any additional things, paint touch-up, dents, anything like that, I've got to get that done. So there's nothing but cost on side of cars. And this being my official second car purchase, but we haven't picked up the first one yet. That's got to be shipped because I did buy that from pretty far away. It'll be interesting to see what this thing looks like.
7:59 a.m.
Mrs. Chevy Dude is awake? No, maybe not awake. But we're in here now. It's after 8 a.m. and relatively simple. I like this. This is really, really simple for our first time coming to this. Now, I haven't been to an auction site in 20 years, probably, maybe longer than that, 21. But so this is cool that it's going relatively simple so far. They came up, asked me the last 6 of the VIN, and said, okay, we'll go get it. They're going to bring it to us. All right, and there is our first car purchase, well, our second car purchase. Before I show you this car, don't forget about my car buying system over at 𝘊𝘢𝘳 This system will save you thousands of dollars on your next car purchase and make sure that the dealers don't take advantage of you. After this video, go check it out over at 𝘊𝘢𝘳 Unfortunately, it's not the 392 Scat Pack that you saw. It's this little guy right here. This is a 2014 Hyundai Elantra GL. Really super nice car. And check this out. This is why I bought this as our second car. It only has 58,000 miles on it. And if you just noticed, we had a check engine light on there, and this is the risk that we have to take when you own a car dealership. It shows on the auction website that it's a cylinder 1 misfire. I'm hoping that it's just a spark plug or wire, and we're gonna get that fixed because the new store actually does have a mechanic inside of it, and we're gonna have him look over it and make sure that we do everything really good. We're gonna do a 172-point inspection on this car. So now we've got to get back to the dealership because our very first car that you're gonna be shocked that we bought this. You're gonna be so shocked that I bought this. It's crazy. Is almost there. Oh, and a rookie move, Mrs. Chevy dude forgot to remind me that we needed a dealer plate, and so yeah, I gotta drive back to Louisville from Indianapolis.
You really think this is my fault?
Yeah, it's definitely your fault with no dealer plate. So hopefully we don't get pulled over.
2 hours later.
And this right here is our first vehicle ever purchased. Yes, the Chevy dude bought a Ford Explorer for the very first vehicle in our inventory. But unfortunately, it's not gonna stay here long because I made a bad purchase. So we're actually gonna take this right over to the auction and wholesale it and get it out of here because this is not something that I want to sell. And it was a little itty bitty misinformed of the condition online. So this was not showing up right here, all of that paint. This is nasty. Somebody looks like they plastic dip it. It's starting to come off. This is crap right here. It's going to be like majorly faded under there. This up here, someone did a horrible job putting in a window. This was not something that was disclosed. They got all of this nasty stuff. That's from the window, from a crappy window repair. This is missing right here. And it's tough to see. And maybe you can see it on camera. This back bumper is painted horribly. We can see there's 2 tones of paint there. So yeah, bad buy on my part of this. Big old dent right there. You can see that. You can see that right there. So yeah, this thing's going to the auction, and we're not going to keep this car. Looking on the inside, it's not too bad, but however, this right here, this is the control for the heat and cold. It's missing, and that's probably a very expensive fix. I'm also test driving for the first time right now, and the tires are very noisy. So that's at about $1,100, $1,200 fix for tires. So that doesn't sound good at all. So yeah, I'm not getting into this. Brand new company. I don't need to spend thousands of dollars to recondition a car to make very little profit. So off to the auction. We'll let one of the big dogs get this, and they can recondition it and sell it on their own. But luckily, the things that I did buy at auction are really, really nice cars. So 1 out of 5, not a big deal. And obviously, you guys know I can buy anything that you want at auction and help you get it in a timely manner and help out a wonderful charitable cause. But if something like this happens, you're under no obligation to purchase it. And I would watch out for it, and we would be like, hey, let's find another one. And since shooting that video, we've actually acquired some more cars that I'm really super excited to show you guys here. First one we got is this 6500 Silverado. This thing is absolutely a beast, and it's a perfect car for someone who's got a business that needs to buy something for tax write-off. This Tahoes are extremely hard to get. This is a 2018 Tahoe with only 8,000 miles. We got a nice little Jeep Latitude here. This thing is absolutely loaded. We got this Elantra that I showed you at the beginning of the video, and then look at this bad boy right here. This is a 2016 Z06, Z07 package. Absolutely loaded to the gills. Every 100 retail cars that we sell here at the dealership, we're going to donate a car to somebody in need. And the best place to find out when we're going to do that is on Mike's Car Store Facebook page, which I'll link in the description below.